This is Anata Complex. Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to explain what Anata is. A 2-kilometer long plus-shaped complex where all kind of stellar meaning living or non-living entities resulting from the Chernobyl nuclear disaster are contained. Entities are classified starting from 1 and progressing through them. For example, Anata 1, Anata 2, Anata 3, and so on. This company's mission is not limited to these things. The complex was a very useful structure and offered various possibilities for being human, apart from the beings held in the cells on the lower floors. This structure, which was the world's largest research center, offered everything from accommodation to the discipline of physics. Many activities were underway, including research into astral travel to space. In order to prevent visitors from being affected by older events, this complex, which was almost the size of a city, was divided into different sections. Aside from smaller entrances, where different experiments and discoveries were made, there were roughly 4 many entrances here. The eastern exit consists of departments that examine scientific disciplines. Here we would revolve around chemical studies that would be tested on subjects in cells or carried out of a specific purpose. No one was allowed into this department, which was run by professors, except for elite-ranking party-fields, authorized personnel and agents. The entrance facade opened onto a large, empty stone-paved area. The western exit was a section of the complex that was open under strict controls in an area close to the center of Gemlik and with many apartments and residential buildings. Civilians usually came here to stay or to register for work. This section, located within the city, would have soldiers, and security would be more intense than in other areas. There would also be people taking photos at this exit. The north exit was the main exit of the entire complex, featuring a steel door that could be scaled down between 3.15 meters using rail systems. Here, the company was supplied with high-powered weapons, thermodynamic power plants, space rockets, and fighter jets. This area, often used off our runway, also had its own helicopter landing pads. Armored cars, usually carrying high-ranking statesmen or NATO members, would come and go from this exit. Entry was prohibited for unauthorized personnel, and the exit was an underground subway transport train that operated with the Egenet Gemstone, which the company had discovered in the last 10 years. This gem was one of the greatest discoveries in history. The southern exit was a super-secret communications section located underground, isolated from all social exits, opening onto arid slopes and containing reservoirs of boiling lava covered with underground plates. Except in emergencies and measures, absolutely no one, except those with directive ranks or the presidents of the country, was allowed to enter the southern exit. Ege, a businessman who graduated from Oxford with top marks, started managing the Anata complex, which he inherited from his father, a few years later under the title of directive. During this time, Directive Ege, accompanied by his inseparably built teammates, managed the entire company under the title of directive. He was born in a small region of Russia and knew his father was at the Anatel facility in Turkey. Even though it was so far away, it wasn't a problem because he would still return to visit them on weekends. After some time, the detective was told that Ege and his family had moved to the country where the Anatel complex X located for certain reasons. Approximately 4 weeks later, in April 2016, he was demoted from master rank for intentionally injuring one of the entities held in cells, thus partly ending his career as head boss. He could not manage any subsidiary facilities outside of the main Anatel complex, where it was located. In other words, he could only manage the main Anatel complex, which was the true and only one.